Once upon a time, in a season of heavy quiet, the synthesizer found himself moving through his days as if wading through a thick fog, especially when the sun was new. A great weariness had settled in his bones. This was his realm, a kingdom of profound inertia, and his first quest each day was simply to endure the morning. He felt a deep need, not for a grand victory, but for a small, tangible piece of order in a world that felt chaotic and draining. His eyes fell upon his chariot, a machine of travel that sat dusty and neglected. Here was a problem he could solve, a corner of the world he could restore. So he crossed the threshold from the world of thought into the world of action, gathering his tools not for a great battle, but for the simple, honest work of cleaning. The road of trials was a quiet one, paved with soap and water. As he worked, a rhythm took hold, the methodical polishing of a surface, the slow removal of dirt. In this focused, non-performative act, his mind, freed from the burden of communication, began to find its own clarity. He found a priceless treasure, not of gold, but of understanding. He saw how his mind worked, how it could hold great affection for a single specific soul, yet feel a deep weariness for the abstract idea of a crowd. It was a rule, a piece of his own operating code he had never read so clearly before. He took this insight, and another, that the act of finding a truth like this was a sacred thing, separate from the act of shouting it from the rooftops. The discovery was the real magic. The performance could wait for a day when the fog had lifted. He returned to the quiet of his keep, the task complete, leaving behind a gleaming chariot that reflected the blue sky. And a change had occurred, subtle but strong. The weariness remained, a faithful companion for now, but it was now joined by a small, solid kernel of achievement. He had learned that even in the deepest quiet, when words fail and energy is scarce, the simple act of bringing order to one small thing could yield the greatest of riches, a clearer map of his own soul.